Hiya, I'm just going to quickly work you through an example of an HTML table here. It's something you need to know about for advanced hire, mainly because it's useful potentially for laying out results from a database search. So we'll dive into it. It's nice and easy, really, not nothing too complicated. There's loads more you can do with it beyond what I'll show you here in terms of styling. But you just need to understand the basics. You may want to investigate more. So, wherever we want to place a table of information, we use the tags table. Big surprise so far. Within that, we can put rows for each information. So, each piece of information. So, I'm going to have a row of information there, and another one. I don't know why I'm not copying and pasting here. You know why? Because I'm only going to do a couple for this example. So, each of these TR is a table row. Now, of course, you can lay these out however you like. I tend to do a row on one line, but with more complicated tables, that might look a bit weird. So anyway, style it however you want. I'm just going to use an example I've got in the booklet in front of me. So, where we want to put headings for the table, headings for the columns, we're going to do TH tags, table header. I think it's table header. Maybe table heading. I changed my mind halfway through there. There we go. I'm having real trouble talking and typing, it turns out. Right, there we go. Let's I just realised this also zoomed really far out. Let's zoom out a bit. Now I'm gonna space this out a bit, make it a bit easier to see what's going on. Let's indent those. So, this bit here, that is one row of the table, the first row in the table, and it's going to have two cells in it, two columns. Table heading and table heading, or table header and table header. Let's put something in them, and let's see how it looks. Just so you get the idea. Okay, now, by default, the grid lines of the table are invisible. So what we'll do, just so you can see a little bit better what's going on, we'll style that quickly. I say quickly, I seem to be having real trouble typing anything at the moment. And the way we do this slightly, well, I'll use this sort of shorthand here. You can break this up into various things, but I want the table and the TH, and you know what, I haven't even introduced the TD yet, but I want all of these to be styled. I'm just going to go for a 1 pixel border. It's going to be solid and it's going to be black. I can do those as different CSS attributes there. I can do border hyphen width, I think it is, border hyphen style, and border hyphen color. You can do sort of 3 separate attributes, but I think that's the correct shorthand. Let's just check. Okay, here we go. Now, the next row I've got isn't going to be headings, so I'm going to put TD tags in it. Now, what does that even stand for? I probably should have checked before I started doing this. Table division, I always imagine it to be. Maybe I'll check in a second. But that again just breaks up the row into different cells. Again, I'll see if I can break that up a bit so it's a bit easier to see. It kind of depends how you like to do it. Maybe that's a bit easier. So first row, second row of the table. I'm going to put some stuff in here, and then same idea again for the next row. Like I say, it's pretty straightforward, but you just have to be careful with the parents and the children. So table around the outside of it, then you've got every row, so this table's going to have 3 rows, and then within the first row, if you want, well, anywhere in it I suppose, but I imagine you would do it in the first row, you can use the TH tags for table headings, and then Within the other rows, you're going to do TD for table divisions, table cells. So let's just have a wee look at that. Right, pretty ugly, but we've got a tabular layout for our data. So in terms of styling it, what do you need to know? Like I said, you need to set it's the border style. I think the border style is none by default. You need to set it to solid. And there's another little thing. I always forget how to do this, honestly. These gaps, this horrible sort of border around it. You can get rid of that, I think and hope I'm right in saying, by doing border collapse and setting it to collapse. Let's just quickly check that works. Yeah, that's what I wanted. You can of course do all the margins and padding and everything else you would normally do, just the usual box model stuff for any of these elements. And you can start playing about with styling the table heading or whatever you like, I suppose, to make it look pretty. Maybe you don't want the borders showing anyway. Maybe it's just a way of tabulating data and you don't want to see all the lines. But there you go. That's it. Table, TR, TH, and TD. Table row, table header, table division. Let me just pause and look it up. I was wrong. It's table data. Table data. That's what that stands for. So those 1, 2, 3, 4 tags you need to know about, and also probably useful to you, but you wouldn't need it in an exam or anything. You'll need this stuff, but probably useful to you, setting the border property, well, border style certainly, and setting the border collapse property, probably useful. Okay, see ya. Bye bye.